Good afternoon. This is Councilman Ken Hall, member of the Three Affiliate Tribes Tribal Business Council, representing the North Segment community. Just giving our YouTube update and a couple of highlights to report. Obviously, we have a new administration, we have a new chairman, and a few new council members. Councilman Spotted Bear from the Twin Buttes segment, Councilman Frank Grady from the Four Bear segment, a new chairman, Mark N. Fox, and also Councilman Mervyn Pacanel got re-elected. So we'd like to congratulate all those council members, including the chairman and their families as well. With that, we are taking on a new responsibility in the executive committee as the executive secretary's position. So we've been working on policies and procedures and implementation of those accordance with our Constitution, and also the resolution that was approved last January on meeting procedures. The last Tribal Business Council meeting that was just completed February 11th, we approved our budget for FY15, and it was quite a lengthy process. We really scrutinized every line item and had a few work sessions before we came to agreements, and not everybody agreed on the final budget, but there was a lot of compromises there, and in particular the special projects for each community, and also our disbursements, which this council agreed on 2 disbursements. One we recently had in December of $1,000 per individual, per tribal enrolled member. In July, we'll have another disbursement of $1,000 as well. And each community has a number of projects on the table. In particular, North Segment, we have a number of projects that have been on the table, but the North Segment Community Development Corporation, under the leadership of Mr. Elgin Crowsbreast, crossed a big hurdle last council meeting where they got their master lease approved for the Baker property. It's approximately 221 plus acres just north of the Northern Lights community housing, and right adjacent to the new truck reliever route that just been completed here recently. And with that, the city of Newtown, it will be enforcing their ordinance, and trucks that do not use the bypass will be fined $1,500 every time they do not use the bypass. And so I just noticed even yesterday where there was a lot of trucks not going through Main Street. So that was a good hurdle. It was a public safety issue. And we thank the North Dakota Department of Administration, the North Dakota Department of Transportation, the City of Newtown, and also the 3 affiliate tribes for making that bypass a reality. Along with that, the second phase comes, the west side phase comes, along with the reconstruction of Main Street, and which will be happening this construction season. A couple of events coming up that is in Bismarck. February 18th, we'll have a town hall meeting in Bismarck for our enrolled members there. The number we've been hearing, there's around 1,400 enrolled members of the 3 affiliate tribes living in the Bismarck-Mandan communities. So we are going to take information to them and provide updates to them, and this will be the first town hall meeting. That'll take place at the Baymont Inn in Mandan, formerly known as the Seven Seas Hotel, and so that'll be on February 18th. On February 19th, the following evening, we'll have our town hall meeting here at North Segment at the Northern Lights building. We'll give you updates. We're going to carve out approximately a good hour for the North Segment Community Development Corporation on the new property that they acquired, and they'll have input. We encourage all the members that live in our community to come to that town hall meeting to provide input to the CDC so they can start beginning prioritizing those projects. Our ethics and government resolution came up the last council meeting, and I did vote for the first one as well. And this one was revised, but also had policies and procedures and a job description for administrators. And the ethics board was also identified. I firmly believe in ethics in our government because I ran in my office on accountability, transparency, responsibility, and vision. And ethics in government is something that every government should have. And in fact, I made the motion when it came to addressing the ethics in government. A couple of things came up during the council meeting was the base roll of 1936, and the council decided that this should be based on the input from the people and possible referendum vote. And so we're going to be discussing that along with our enrollment ordinance at our two town hall meetings that I mentioned, and to get input from the people. So we encourage you to stay tuned for those updates. And just a quick update on the People's Fund. The disbursement will happen in July, and the number we've been hearing is anywhere from $700 to $750 per individual. So look forward to that. If you have any questions, you always can call the finance department or one of the council representatives' offices, and we can give you further updates. We do have some new employees that are in hand: Thomasina Mandan, Mike Stevens, and some of those folks that are really helping our administrative procedures and helping also with our office at North Segment. Just keep up as far as our newsletter, our Twitter, our Facebook page, and our YouTube updates for coming events, for staffing, budget issues, those kind of things. So I appreciate the time, and I appreciate you folks listening to us, and we wish you the best of luck, and we hope you have a good Valentine's weekend, and continue to stay tuned with the North Segment updates. Thank you very much.